I'm glad you're here because the dungeon has begun to stir, somewhat uncomfortably, and I think the time of challenge is once again upon us. The question is, has anyone from your world found the courage to answer that challenge? Ah, I see someone has. Well then, enter, stranger. Greetings, challenger. Name yourself.
Tom Smallwood.
Call your advisors to us, Tom.
Andy. Jill. Mary.
Welcome. Who guides this dungeoneer?
Andy Fisher.
Jill Smallwood.
Mary Smallwood.
And where do you all come from, Tom?
Hampstead. In London.
Very well, your challenge is accepted. But before it gets underway, we'd better see if someone else wants to join in the fun. Majida?
What is it now? I am very busy.
Too busy to meet a team of challengers whose quest is about to begin.
A new team, Treguard. You are pulling my clothes peg, I think.
I'm not.
This I must see for myself. Hey, there it is, a new team here. Treguard, I can't believe you are starting a quest without me.
Well, it hasn't started, has it? Majida, this is Tom, Andy, Jill, and Mary. Tom, Andy, Jill, and Mary, this is Majida.
I am very happy to meet you guys. But Treguard, are you sure there will be anything for them to do down in the dungeon?
I'm sure there'll be plenty, Majida, if the rumblings I've been detecting are anything to go by.
Ha! You need a gastroenterologist, not a dungeoneer.
And on that note, Tom, here is the helmet of justice, which blinds you to the way ahead. Here the knapsack for food to feed your life force. 2 objects may you carry at any one time, and remember, the only way is onwards. There is no turning back. Are you ready?
Yes.
Then face the dungeon door and step boldly forward.
Where am I?
It looks like you're coming up to a castle entrance. There's a drawbridge in front of you, but it's closed.
Her face has just appeared on it.
A face?
Yeah, I think it's crying.
Oh, lack a day. Oh dear, dear, dear. Oh, how dreadful. It's a human. Now I suppose you want me to open. Of course I can't. Oh dear.
Oh no, Treguard. If I'd known we were going to have to sit through those boring doors again, I would have stayed right where I was.
I'm sorry you feel that way about them, Majida. Team, this is a spellbound door. It's been locked with lies and can only be opened with the truth. Its name is Dooris, but then doors have such unimaginative names. If Tom wants to get out of here, he must start by calling out, true and false, false and true, open up and let us through.
Did you hear that, Tom?
Yes, Andy.
Go on then.
True and false, false and true, open up and let us through.
Oh dear, I hear. The emu is the largest bird in the world. True or false?
No! Ostrich!
Yeah, ostrich.
Ostrich. False.
Truth accepted. The Vikings invaded Britain from northern Africa. True or false?
These are very easy. Everyone knows Vikings came from Scandinavia.
False.
Truth accepted.
You know, guys, you might wish you still had easy questions when you're on another level. Enjoy them while you can, huh?
You may have a point there, Majida. Still, I suppose time will tell. 10 of Joseph's brothers were older than himself, but one, Benjamin, was younger. True or false?
I'm pretty sure that's true.
No, it must be false. The door lies, doesn't it?
It can't always lie, otherwise there'd be no challenge whatsoever.
Yeah, that really would be too easy. Benjamin was the youngest son of Jacob, I think. Plus, he was the only one who was Joseph's whole brother. They had the same mother, I mean.
Are you sure none of the others were younger too?
It doesn't really matter, Mary. Dooris will let you out now no matter what you say.
Though you should never rest too heavily on your laurels, team.
So, what should I go for?
True.
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 Truth accepted. Oh dear, dear, dear. Oh, this is terrible. Truth will out, and so will you.
Walk forwards, Tom. Keep going.
Where am I?
You're standing on what looks like a chessboard. There's a door straight in front of you and another one off to your left diagonally.
There's also a woman in the middle of the room. She's dressed as a jester.
I'm dressed as a jester because I am a jester. Jane the Fool at your service. What's your name then, young fellow, my lad, and what are you doing here?
My name's Tom, and I'm
You're on a quest.
I'm on a quest.
Oh, yeah? You're sure about that, are you?
Yes, definitely.
Actually, Tom, you might find being on a quest more difficult than you think. Not that I'm saying the dungeon has more tricks and traps than you and your mates can cope with, though it might do. But I happen to know that there ain't any quest objects down on level 3 at the moment, so what the heck you're meant to do if you manage to get down there is beyond me. Still, that's not this girl's problem, and I suppose all you can do is carry on and see what happens. So, do you want to know how to get out of here?
Yes, please.
Then listen up. If you want to meet a brute, simply take the castle route. If a bishop you would be, take his steps for passage free. Now, I wish that I could help you more, but having said it once, the way ahead is obvious, unless you're just a dunce. Bye! Treguard, what is the point of carrying on with this quest if there is no quest object to find at the end of it?
The dungeon works in mysterious ways, Majida. Jane the Fool is right, team. You'll just have to carry on and see what happens.
I don't think I want to meet a brute, do I?
You tell us.
No, I don't. So I should take the bishop's path, should I?
Yeah,
Bishops move diagonally, don't they, Andy?
that's right. I haven't played chess for years, but I do remember that.
Is the other door the castle route?
It is if it's straight in front of me. That's what you said, Joe, isn't it?
Yes.
Turn 45 degrees left, Tom. Good. And walk forwards.
Where am I?
You're in a room that looks like it has a damp problem. There's a window to your left, a door to your right, and a table in front of you with some things on it.
I can see the table.
Go up to it then and tell us what's there.
Okay. Right. There's a candle, a jar of honey, a silk scarf sort of thing, and a pie.
Put the pie in your knapsack.
Wait a sec, Tom. What about the honey? That's food too, isn't it?
I'm sure Treguard will explain to you exactly why the honey isn't food if you ask him very nicely.
Take the pie, Tom. It's obviously meant to be the food. The honey's a clue object.
I couldn't have put it better myself.
Okay, I'm taking the pie then.
Hold your hand, intruder. Nothing more may be taken from the table of Phelheim until you prove yourself. 3 times I will demand truth. 3 times may you answer. Fail 3 times and I feed on you. Prepare for the worst, for here is my first. You saw me where I never was, and where I could not be, and yet within that very place my face you often see. What am I?
Oh wow, more questions.
It sounds like a mirror or something.
You saw me where I never was.
So it's something that doesn't really exist?
I suppose mirrors do exist.
But what you see in them doesn't, really.
My face you often see. Oh, that is what people normally look at in a mirror.
So you think it's a reflection, Jill?
Yeah, let's say that.
Name it now, flesh dweller.
Okay, you'd better go for it, Tom.
A reflection.
Truth accepted. Here is my second. Glittering points that downward thrust, sparkling spears that never rust. What are they?
Oh, is that those pillar thingies you get in caves?
You mean stalactites? No, mites. Or is it tights?
If they're pointing down, they're tights.
Do they glitter and sparkle?
I think they do, Tom.
Yeah, I think we should go for it.
Oh God, I hope it's right.
I'm not sure it is right. Maybe I should say icicles, because...
Truth accepted.
Oh,
Does that mean my answer was wrong?
I think he would have accepted stalactites. He certainly should have. It was just as good.
Here is my third. What comes once in a minute, twice in a moment, but never in 1,000 years?
A leap seconds.
That's not a real thing.
yeah, we have leap years, but...
I think it's the letter M.
Oh, well done, Mary.
Of course, just think basic. A leap second is a real thing, though.
M. The letter M.
Truth accepted. 3 is the score. You may know more. She who lies in wait will smile on those who bear her favour. Don't forget, Tom, a perfect score means you may command him and he must answer.
I command you.
I hear you. The taste of victory is sweet. The walls await me.
6 out of 6 right so far, Treguard. Maybe the questions are too easy.
As you yourself observed, Majida, this is only level 1. And if you want Tom to reach the end of it in one piece, team, you'd best equip yourselves for survival.
The silk scarf thing is the lady's favour, so you'd better take that, Tom.
And if the taste of victory is sweet, I'll take the honey as well.
Yeah.
Of course.
Okay, I'm leaving the candle behind.
Yes, that's good. Now turn 90 degrees to your right. Walk forwards.
Sidestep left a bit.
Keep going forwards.
Where am I?
You're in a rocky area with a big carved snake's head as the only possible exit. There's a pit between you and the head, so don't move anywhere yet. Opposite you, across the pit, is a woman dressed in red with some kind of crown on.
What's this I see? An intruder in my domain. Go away, you tiresome person of small significance.
This carved snake's head I know very well, but who is this stupid person who thinks the room is her house?
Shh, Majida, she'll hear you.
So? I don't care if she does, Treguard.
Treguard? Oh, I might have known. Then this must be a dungeoneer. What an inconvenience. What a brazen liberty. I know you can hear me, Treguard. What do you mean by letting another of your meddlesome mannequins blunder in here after so long? Explain yourself at once.
Huh. Treguard, are you really going to let her talk to you like that?
Majida, please, you're not helping. My sincerest apologies as ever, Lillith. No intrusion was intended. Young Tom is merely following where the path leads. Believe me, if I'd had any say in the matter, he certainly wouldn't have turned up on your doorstep.
And what is that supposed to mean? You think my domain is not good enough to be used as part of your ridiculous game?
It was much better without her in it.
A conspiracy is afoot here. A conspiracy to insult Lillith. We'll just see about that. Listen, intruder. Tom, is it?
Yes, my, lady.
If you wish to leave safely through the serpent's mouth, Tom, you had better give me a reason not to take the ground from under your feet, and be quick about it.
Do we have a reason, guys?
That silk scarf was supposed to be for her, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think it must be your favour, like the wall monster said. Show her the scarf, Tom.
I'll give you this beautiful silk scarf if you let me through.
Oh, at last, my champion! Not exactly an inspiring example of manhood in its prime, or even boyhood in its prime. but nonetheless, bearing my favour. You should have explained yourself earlier, Tom. Now I know that you are dedicating your quest to me. I am anxious to see it continue. So, rock to rock and stone to stone, span the pit and cross the zone. Come to Lillith, my young champion.
Should I walk forwards, Andy?
Yes, Tom. Turn slightly to your right now. You should be able to see her.
Yeah, I can.
That's close enough. You may give me my favour.
Hand it up to her, Tom.
Thank you. Now, I would ask you to stay and have a break or something, but we can't afford to delay a quest that's been dedicated to such an esteemed person as myself, can we?
No, my lady.
Then you had best be on your way. But take with you this gift of magic from your devoted patron. Its name is Shield, and its purpose is, well, extremely obvious, I'd have thought. Farewell then, Tom.
Farewell, my lady.
Okay, Tom, if you're finished flirting.
I wasn't.
She's way too old for you anyway, Tom.
Another insult! This is a conspiracy!
Quick, Tom, turn right. Walk forwards.
Where am I?
You're on a rocky ledge, and there's nothing there.
Do we just go?
Try walking forwards, Tom. Oh, stop.
What's wrong?
There's a big man in your way now. He just came in from the other side.
He's got a club, and he looks quite vicious.
What's this then? A danger thingy in a moo cow helmet. It must be my lucky day. Danger thingies always has lovely things to trade. And if they doesn't, I gets to blip them and then blop them. Well, danger thingy, what you got for old Fatilla then?
Does he want the honey?
Ah, it's your lucky day, guys. Fatilla is always on the lookout for something tasty to eat.
Offer it to him, Tom.
I'll give you this jar of honey if you let me pass.
Honey? Honey on its own? No bread to go with it?
No, I don't have any bread.
Honey with no bread? What are you, some sort of barbarian?
It's really special honey. Why don't you give me a taste and see if you like it?
Well, I suppose that couldn't hurt. You'll hand it over.
Hold it out to him, Tom. That's right.
I shouldn't really do this. I'm supposed to be cutting down on sugar. Doctor's orders.
There's no sugar in it, so it's fine.
You think I'm stupid? Honey's nothing but sugar. Everyone knows that. Still, I do like honey. I like bread and honey. Well, perhaps if I just dip a finger in. What's going on? Oh, that hurts. Leave me alone, you horrid little things.
What happened there? Sound like some bees came.
Yeah, and they chased them off.
You'd best not hang around, Tom. The last thing you need is a vengeful Fatilla who's been stung into action.
Oh, Treguard, did you really have to?
Walk forwards, Tom.
Where am I?
You're in a grey room with a well in front of you, but there's a huge flashing sword over the top of it.
Beware, team. A dangerous haunting guards your route to level 2.
Not for long, I think. Hey, guys, you know what to do about this, huh? It is obvious.
We're enjoying the obvious while we can.
And this may be your last opportunity to do so.
Walk forwards, Tom. Oh, the sword started coming towards you.
Spellcasting. S-H-I-E-L-D.
What happened?
A shield appeared, and the sword crashed into it. Then they both disappeared, so you can go down the well now.
I think I can see something on the rim.
Forwards again, Tom. Can you see what it is?
It's a banana. I'll knapsack that.
Good, and then climb into the well.
Where am I?
You've landed in a large room with arches all around, and there's a table in front of you.
Welcome to level 2, Tom. And someone seems to have left you some welcoming gifts. How thoughtful.
Walk forwards, Tom. Can you see the table?
Yeah. Crikey, it's high.
Can you reach the objects okay?
Just about. There's a key, a bell, and an old-looking book. The key's got...
Oh, help, help! I'm being caressed by a strange person.
Jeez!
You better apologise, Tom.
Okay, I'm sorry for touching you without being invited.
I should think so, too. Listen up, Feely. My name's Casper. Casper the Key. That's me. Well, you've got my name, so give me yours.
Tom.
Good name, that. Short and to the point. I don't like to boast, Tom, but I'm the finest key in the world. I can open anything that's ever been locked, and I'll do it for you, if you want me to.
So, I'm allowed to touch you, am I?
Of course, now that we've been properly introduced. Just make sure you carry me carefully, and don't go dropping me somewhere dark and dangerous, where I won't ever be found. And no taking me into level 3. Do you promise?
Yes.
Good. Let's go then.
Okay, Tom, you better take the key and,
Are there any markings on either of the other things, Tom?
I don't think so. Oh, the bell's got fire written on it.
a fire bell. I can't see what use we'd have for that.
I'm leaning towards the book too.
Let's ask Casper if he has any advice.
Casper, do you know anything about this spell or this book?
I know they're not nearly so useful as I am, Tom. But if you're going to take one of them anyway, I'd suggest the book. It looks like it might be one of Merlin's.
Take the book then, Tom.
Okay, I've got it.
Turn 90 degrees to your right. Walk forwards.
Sidestep right.
Keep going forwards.
Where am I?
You're in a small room with 5 doors. There's a large golden keyhole that was in one of the doors, but now it's in another one. And another one. It keeps moving.
Hey, it's the old moving keyhole trick. I can do this. I can do this. Listen, Tom. If you want to beat the clock, just hold me up before the lock.
You'll have to hold him really high, Tom. Up above your head. That's right.
Are we supposed to chase the lock? It's moving much too fast.
It disappears so quickly.
This is stupid, Treguard. No one can possibly get out of here without things getting really awkward.
Someone a little taller than Tom might be able to, if he was lucky. By the way, Tom, you might be wondering what happens if you accidentally or deliberately go through one of the doors that isn't locked. And the answer is, search me. But I don't think it's a very good idea.
But they're all locked, aren't they?
I think they're all locked, Casper. It's just that we can only unlock one when the keyhole appears in it.
By gum, I suppose you're right. I've never thought of it that way before. You live and learn, don't you? Now, go to your left. No, to your right. Left. Right, go on, quick. No, left.
That's never going to work.
There, I say it right. Awkward.
You notice how the keyhole appears in the middle door twice in a row? I think we're supposed to wait there until it comes and then be ready to catch it the second time.
Oh, that's clever!
Do I still have to hold this thing above my head? My arm's getting tired.
This thing? Bloomin' charming, Tom.
Lower your arm for now if you like. Sidestep left. Good, and walk forwards. Okay, now you're in front of the middle door, so get ready to hold the key up again when I tell you to.
Okay, Andy.
There it is.
Hold it up, Tom. Higher.
Oh dear, I've just had the most sobering realisation. I can't do the old moving keyhole trick at all. I think if anyone ever brings me here again, I'd better keep my mouth shut. Well, so to speak.
Shall I walk forwards now?
Yes, Tom.
Where am I?
You're in what's obviously a wizard's room. Can you imagine that?
Yeah, easily.
There's a chair in front of you and a magic symbol between you and the chair.
It's a letter M with a few extra bits, but it obviously stands for Merlin.
Walk forwards, Tom. Stop. You're on the M now.
Nothing seems to be happening.
Try touching it.
Can you bend down, Tom, and touch the floor?
I suppose so.
Merlin has appeared on the chair.
Greetings, Tom. Congratulations on surviving the first part of your adventure. But this is where your true test begins. Welcome to the Hall of Folly. And if you thought I was going to say the Hall of Jane, you've missed the point of the entire thing. Here you must find wisdom or depart a fool. Ah, I see you found Casper the key. Hail, master. Tom isn't a fool, you know. I finally understand the old moving keyhole trick, thanks to him. Yes, well, that's hardly conclusive proof of his worthiness to proceed from here with my aid. Now then, Tom, if you found Casper, you must also have found my spellbook. I left them in the same place, next to a rusty old fire bell. Ah, I see you did. Place it on the floor before you, please.
Shall I, Andy?
Yes, you'd better do it, Tom.
There.
Thank you. In exchange, I have a gift for you. The gift of energy. Spellcasting. V-I-M. There, that seems to have done the trick. Oh, and you might as well leave Casper here too. He can no longer aid you. Just pop him on top of the book. That's right. Now, you've made a good start, but you must do better. The deep spells I recall, but the elementary magic I have forgotten. Jog my memory 3 times, and a little magic is yours. Here, then, is the first. Though I live beneath a roof, I never seem to dry. If you will only hold me, I swear I will not lie. What am I?
Questions again?
I liked the true or false ones.
I think the answer is a tongue.
Yeah, roof of your mouth. Hold your tongue. That must be right.
A tongue.
Truth accepted. Here is the second. Voiceless it cries, and wingless it flutters. Toothless it bites, and mouthless it mutters. What is it?
Any ideas, Tom?
It sounds like something evil.
Yeah, some kind of evil spirit. A banshee, maybe?
Banshees are famous for having voices. I'm sure they have teeth too.
So maybe it's not like a person.
An evil spirit doesn't have to be a person. Maybe I should just say an evil spirit.
That's not very specific.
Can you think of a type of evil spirit that definitely isn't a person, Andy?
No, I can't. Okay, Tom, I suppose you better go for it.
An evil spirit.
Falsehood. Wind was the truth I sought.
Oh no, it wasn't even a being of any kind. We should have thought of that.
And now here, finally, is the third. 3 brothers share a family sport, a non-stop marathon. The oldest one is thick and short, and trudges slowly on. The middle brother's tall and thin, and keeps a steady pace. The youngest runs just like the wind, a-speeding through the race. He's young in years, we let him run, the other brothers say, for though he's surely number 1, he's second in a way.
What?
I'm thinking it's fingers or something like that.
Most people have more than 3 fingers, Tom.
The thick and short bit sounds like a thumb, but I don't think the answer could really be a thumb and 2 fingers.
Ask him to repeat it, guys. Perhaps if you hear it again, the penny will plop.
Yeah, that's a good idea. We really need to get this one, I think, so we mustn't say anything we're not completely happy with.
Could you repeat the question, please?
3 brothers share a family sport, a non-stop marathon. The oldest one is thick and short and trudges slowly on. The middle brother's tall and thin and keeps a steady pace. The youngest runs just like the wind, a-speeding through the race. He's young in years, we let him run, the other brothers say. For though he's surely number one, he's second in a way.
Did you hear that? He emphasised second. Maybe it's something to do with places in a competition? No, it's not going to be a real race he's talking about, is it?
Or it could mean seconds of time.
Oh, Andy, you know those old-fashioned clocks like they have at school?
Yeah, I see what you mean. Short, thick and slow. That would be the hour hands. Tall and thin, that's the minute hands.
And the second hand runs like the wind.
Go for it, Tom.
The answer is clock hands.
Truth accepted. 2 is the score. You have avoided outright folly, and for that I shall reward you with 2 spells. The first is called Freezer, and is offensive in nature. The second is effective, and is called Lantern. Also, I have a warning for you. It is of Mogdred, my alter ego. He is the dark side of my nature and of my magic. He lies ahead and below, and must be overcome. Farewell then, Tom. If you survive all, we shall meet once again.
Is this Mogdred person the reason for your subterranean grumblings, Treguard?
Maybe so, Majida. Onwards now, team. You've a quest to complete.
Yes, a quest with no quest object.
Are we taking the talking key?
We might still need him.
Leave Casper here, Tom. It is not wise to separate him from his master.
Okay, just pick the book up then.
And leave the spellbook that is now Merlin's.
It was always Merlin's, Treguard. Am I the only one who's been paying attention to this adventure? Guys, Merlin told you very clearly to leave Casper and the book behind. Weren't you listening? Did you hear him when he gave you 2 spells? They're called Freezer and Lantern, in case you didn't know.
All right, Majida, don't badger them.
Leave both objects on the floor, Tom.
Okay.
Turn 90 degrees left.
Bye, Tom. Good luck with your quest.
Thanks. Bye.
Walk forwards.
Where am I?
You're in a blue room with another one of those drawbridges.
Ah, now you will get your wish, Jill.
What wish?
For more true or false questions. I think you have all gone to sleep. Tom, perhaps you remember how to make the door talk to you, at least.
Yeah, I remember. True and false, false and true, open up and let us through.
A face is forming on the drawbridge.
Oh, weariness. Ah, despair. Ah, the bitter pill of self-delusion. This one is called Doorkis, team. He's not quite as miserable as Dooris, but he's hardly a bundle of japes either. Truth will open, truth will out. Green is a primary colour. True or false?
Ah, that's more like it. Everyone knows green is a secondary colour.
That's right. It's made from blue and yellow.
It might be debatable though. If we're talking about light, green is a primary colour.
Oh no, he must be talking about the colour wheel. Primary colours can't be created by mixing other colours, and green can be, like Mary said.
Yeah, if he wanted us to think about light instead of proper colours, he should have said so.
What do you think, Tom?
Oh, I wish he said green can be a primary colour, and then I could say true with confidence. But as it is, I think I should go for false.
Okay then, I expect that's right, really.
False.
Truth accepted. William III was the only King of England to be succeeded on the throne by his sister-in-law. True or false?
That doesn't sound very likely, does it?
What, you think lots of kings have been succeeded by their sisters-in-law?
No, she means none of them have.
Yeah.
It does sound pretty unlikely. I mean, they're succeeded by blood relatives, aren't they? Even if it's only a cousin or something.
Okay, Tom, go for false again.
False.
Falsehood! The longest international border in the world is between Canada and the United States of America. True or false?
Oh God, I missed the easy questions.
Ha! I told you so. Even true or false is not good enough for Jill now. At least you have a 50-50 chance of getting this right.
Let's hope it's not also at most. Who'd want to risk their entire quest on the toss of a coin?
No pressure then. Well, this one sounds like it could be true. I mean, Canada and the US must have an absolutely huge border. Think of Alaska as well as the main parts.
I'm sure Alaskans think theirs is the main part.
What if it has to be continuous? Maybe the Alaska bit doesn't count?
He didn't say it couldn't be split up, so it should count.
Oh dear. Even true or false questions can throw up a lot of complications, Treguard.
Yes, this is more troublesome even than the infamous Aardvark conundrum.
I'd be prepared to believe Canada and the US had the longest border even without the Alaska bit. Let's go for true.
Yeah, true.
We might as well. Okay, Tom, say true.
True.
Oh, truth accepted.
Yes!
Truth will open. Truth will out.
Wow, well done, guys. I take back what I said before. You are all members of the Wide Awake Club for certain.
Thanks. What forwards, Tom?
Where am I?
You're in a browny, goldy room with 4 doors, each with a different Roman numeral over the top. There's III, so 3, IV, which is 4, VI,
6.
and VIII, which is...
8. 5 and 3 ones make 8.
There's also a table with a wizard sitting at it, and there's an empty stool opposite him, so I expect he'll ask you to sit down.
This is Hordriss' team. Hordriss the Confuser. As if the Roman numerals weren't confusing enough for you already.
I know what they all meant.
So did we, between us.
Greetings, Tom. Won't you take a seat?
Turn slightly left, Tom. What forwards? Can you see the stool?
Yeah. Okay, let's see.
Splendid. Now, to business. The path ahead appears confusing, does it not? Fortunately for you, I am here to make things crystal clear.
Ha! Don't you believe it, guys.
Majida, really? There has to be some challenge to these things after all. Otherwise the game's not worth the winning. Quite so, Dungeon Master. Listen carefully, all of you. Richard and Charles are 2 of a kind, but don't follow them or you'll be in a bind. Henry and Edward are also a pair, though they too are a duo of whom to beware. That leaves George or William for you to choose, and there's one thing you really must know. The salient point, if you don't want to lose, is no more than 2 in a row. There now, that couldn't be clearer, could it?
Crikey O'Reilly!
Well, he's obviously talking about the kings of England, and the symbols over the doors must refer to the number of kings who's had the names he said. Like, we know Charles would be door number 3, for example.
Oh, I see. So we don't want Charles, but we do want one that had no more than 2 in a row. What else did he say?
Ask him to repeat it, Tom.
Can we hear it again, please?
Very well, but I warn you, I'm only going to say this once more, so keep your wits about you. Richard and Charles are 2 of a kind, but don't follow them or you'll be in a bind. Henry and Edward are also a pair, though they too are a duo of whom to beware. That leaves George or William for you to choose, and there's one thing you really must know. The salient point, if you don't want to lose, is no more than 2 in a row.
Richard and Charles. So there must have been 3 Richards as well.
Well, Richard III's the one who's supposed to have killed his nephews in the Tower of London.
Right, so we don't want door 3. Henry and Edward. Everyone knows there were at least 8 Henrys.
There was an Edward VIII too. I seen him on the Crown. He was Elizabeth II's uncle.
That means there can't be more than 8 Edwards. And 8 is the highest numbered door anyway.
That rules out door 8, so it's either door 4 or door 6. George or William.
So we have to work out which door goes with George and which goes with William.
And pick the one that's only had a maximum of 2 in a row.
We know from the drawbridge question that there were at least 3 Williams. Oh, but that doesn't help because there have to have been either 4 or 6.
That William, who was succeeded by his sister-in-law, must be the William of William and Mary. So the next queen would have been Mary's sister, and we know he was William III. But he can't have come directly after the first 2 Williams, can he?
No, I'm sure they were William the Conqueror and one of his sons.
So they could have been in a row.
But only 2 in a row is okay. We just can't have 3 or more.
In that case, if William is door 4, then he must be the right answer. But were there 6 Williams? Or 6 Georges?
Why can't William be right if he's door 6?
Because we're pretty sure the first 3 Williams weren't in a row, but if there's another 3...
Jill, weren't there any helpful Georges or Williams on The Crown? Didn't you other 2 watch it?
No, we thought it was boring, didn't we, Tom?
Incredibly.
Hang on, I think I've got it. There was a George VI. He was Elizabeth II's dad.
So he was Edward VIII's brother?
Yes. George VI took over when Edward VIII abdicated. I'm sure that's right.
So George must be door 6, and William must be door 4. I should leave with door 4.
Are we sure about this 3 in a row thing, though? If door 4 is right, there must have been 3 or more Georges in a row. And Jill says there was an Edward before George VI, so he can't be one of them.
I think we can take a chance on there being more than 2 Georges in a row. We're pretty well certain now that there can only have been 2 consecutive Williams at most, because the second and third have to have been several centuries apart, and there were only 4 of them altogether.
Yeah, so even if William III and IV were consecutive, there'd still need to be a maximum of 2 Williams in a row.
And they can't be anyway, because William IV couldn't be William III's sister-in-law.
Yeah, that's right.
Consider your life force, team. If you've made a decision, you'd better go for it.
Door 4, William, definitely.
Stand up, Tom. Can you shuffle round the stool? Good. Walk forwards.
Sidestep left. A touch more. You're in front of door 4.
Are we sure it's not door 6?
Totally. I'm walking forwards now, no matter what anyone says. Where am I?
We can't see you. It's all dark.
Oh God, did we pick the wrong door?
No, we can't have done. Try casting the lantern spell.
Good idea, Andy. Spellcasting. L-A-N-T-E-R-N. Oh, thank goodness. You're in a cave, Tom, and there's a wellway.
Wow, that's a relief. I was worried for a second there were 6 Williams.
That's the good news. The bad news is that there was a guard asleep on the well steps, and now he's woken up and he's coming menacingly towards you. Oh, and he's just drawn a dagger.
Great.
You turned that light on, didn't you? How dare you disturb the sleep of Gibbet?
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. My advisors just needed to see where I was.
I don't care about your stupid little quest. I need my beauty sleep. So now I'm going to put you to sleep instead.
Quick, Jill, turn the light off again!
No, that won't do any good. We need to attack him.
Spellcasting. F-R-E-E-Z-E-R.
He's frozen, Tom.
Good.
I thought we weren't supposed to attack people.
We are if they're attacking us. That's why Merlin said the spell was offensive.
Life force warning, team.
It looks like there's some food on the well again, so sidestep left. Once more. Okay, I don't think you'll walk into him now.
I can see where he is. I'll walk around him.
Keep going forwards. Is it food?
Yeah, it's a bread roll. There we go.
Climb into the well.
Where am I?
You're in a yellow rocky area with roots growing through the walls. There's a door on the left and a door on the right.
Welcome to level 3, team. Here every step is danger, but speed is still essential.
So is a quest object, Treguard.
Not necessarily, Majida.
Nothing seems to be happening, Tom, so sidestep right. And again. Walk forwards.
Oh, stop!
There's a big scary face on the wall between the doors now.
Welcome, Tom. All paths lead to Mogdred, and yours is no exception. Day is dark and dark is day. Dark is always Mogdred's way. The dark side has much to offer, Tom. Join me now, and the success of your quest is assured. Refuse me, and earn my eternal enmity. Well, which is it to be?
Oh, God. Should we do it?
No way, tell him to get stuff, Tom.
But don't put it like that.
I refuse to join you.
What a pity. A pity for you, Tom. This is only my image. Continue on this path, and you will meet me in person. That will be interesting now, won't it?
Oh, he's gone.
Ah, so this is Mogdred. He talks the talk all right, but does he walk the walk, Treguard?
That all depends on Tom and his friends, Majida. Mogdred is a creature of darkness. He skulks in the shadows, waiting for opportunities to prey on the weak and easily led.
No wonder he looks so pasty.
Onwards now, team, unless you're going to let Mogdred scare you off.
No way. We're not weak.
Or easily led.
Walk forwards, Tom.
Where am I?
You're in a room with 2 doors. Well, there are 4 actually, but 2 of them are up little staircases and they're both portcullised. And there's a table with 3 things on it.
Walk forwards, Tom. Can you see the objects?
Yeah. There's a horn, a jewel or a crystal of some kind, and a glass bottle that's half full of something yellow and has sniff written on it.
Don't they get any clues at all, Treguard?
Only their own common sense, Majida. This is level 3 after all.
I bet we need the bottle. It's probably a magic potion.
I don't fancy knocking this back, to be honest. The bottle says sniff, not drink, and, well, quite frankly, the contents look like they emptied into it straight from someone's bladder.
Maybe it's not for drinking then, but we probably do need it.
Yeah, we can scare someone off with a pong, I expect. Take the bottle, Tom, and I'm not sure what else.
We might need to blow the horn. Or the crystal might do something magic.
Or if it's just a jewel for bribery, we probably don't need it.
Yeah, you can't exactly bribe guards on level 3. Does the crystal look valuable, Tom? Or magic?
Just looks like a transparent crystal. I'm not an expert.
I can sense no hidden magic in this room, guys. I think it's just a jewel.
Majida, really?
What? You can't expect them to do these things with no clues, Treguard. I don't know if they need the crystal, I just know what I sense. I am supposed to be an assistant, aren't I? So, I assist.
Let's leave the jewel then. We'll probably need to blow the horn to make something magic happen.
Okay, I've got the bottle and the horn.
Sidestep right, Tom. And again. Come round the table if you can.
Good, and walk forwards from there.
Where am I?
Well, it's a grey room with shadowy patches all over the place. You've just come in through a door, but I can't see another one at the moment. And there's a big face to your left.
Is it Mogdred?
No, it looks like it's made of stone.
This is a gargoyle, team. These tiresome creatures close doors to prevent visitors because they're ashamed of their ugliness.
He didn't close that one, did he?
Oh dear, an intruder. Give your name, intruder.
Shall I?
Yeah, we'd better do what he says.
Tom.
Listen, Tom. David does not wear red, and neither does the astrologer. Lisa does not wear blue, and neither does the alchemist. Hannah does not wear green, and neither does the warlock. Which art does each magician practice, and which colour does each wear?
Another question.
Not again!
I can't see how we're supposed to work this one out. Ask him to repeat it, Tom.
Could you say that again, please?
David does not wear red, and neither does the astrologer. Lisa does not wear blue, and neither does the alchemist. Hannah does not wear green, and neither does the warlock. Hurry, Tom. Time is pressing.
David wears blue or green. Lisa wears red or green.
And Hannah wears blue or red, but I can't see how we're supposed to work out anything else.
David isn't the astrologer, Lisa isn't the alchemist, and Hannah isn't the warlock. But that doesn't get us any further, really, does it?
Warlock. A warlock has to be a man.
Why?
Who says?
And that's what it means. It's what you call male witch.
I call a male witch a witch.
So do I.
Whatever the rights and wrongs of the terminology, I think we can work out the answer now. David the warlock wears blue. That means Lisa wears green.
And she must be the astrologer.
Which leaves Hannah the alchemist.
Who wears red? Yes, it all fits.
David the warlock wears blue, Lisa the astrologer wears green, and Hannah the alchemist wears red.
Oh dear, I feel almost optimistic. It seems there is a shred of intelligence left in humanity after all. The rewards of intelligence are numerous, Tom. Your reward is a spell called Opposite. Now where did I hide that door? Ah, there it is.
There's an exit on the wall beside the gargoyle now, Tom, and there's what looks like a small green tree in front of it.
That is a twig of energy gel. Very useful for famished dungeoneers.
Walk forwards, Tom. Stop. Turn 90 degrees left. Walk forwards. Stop.
Was that the tree disappearing?
Yeah. Keep going forwards.
Where am I?
You're in a cave with a sandy floor, and there are two creatures shuffling around.
Warning, team. These are cavern wights. They're blind, but hunt by smell. And Tom is just the sort of tasty morsel they like to sniff out.
They're coming towards him!
Open the bottle, Tom. Maybe the scent will confuse them.
Put it on the floor and then move away from it.
Okay.
Left, Tom. Sidestep. Walk forwards.
Look out!
Veer right, Tom. Forwards again. Good. They're going towards the bottle. They seem to have lost interest in you.
Oh, so we didn't need a bad smell, just a strong smell.
It may not be strong enough to keep them off Tom's back for long, Mary.
Sidestep right, Tom. Twice more. Good, and walk forwards.
I think they're coming after you again.
Oh god.
Never mind, just keep going forward.
Where am I?
You're in front of yet another drawbridge, Tom.
Well, they say things come in threes, don't they? And whatever else does or doesn't, door monsters do. Come on, Tom. The first step is up to you.
True and false, false and true. Open up and let us through.
Abandon hope. There are black clouds ahead. I see evil portents. One bad turn leads to another. Tomorrow will be as bad as today.
Ah, yes, there she is. This one is called Dooreen, team. As you can hear, she's something of a pessimist, so quickly deal with her before we all lose the will to continue.
Truth will out, and so will you. The Arctic is colder than the Antarctic. True or false?
They've got to be about the same, haven't they?
Yeah, why would one be colder than the other?
Well, if either of them is colder, it would be the Antarctic. Large land masses have greater extremes of temperature, and Antarctica is a continent, but the Arctic is almost all ocean.
It sounds like this must be false then, whatever the reason.
False.
Truth accepted. The Eiffel Tower is taller than the Statue of Liberty. True or false?
Oh, yeah, it must be.
Much taller.
I agree. You okay to say true, Tom?
Yeah, true.
Truth accepted. Homer was a Greek who wrote poems about adventurers. True or false?
True again, Tom.
True.
Truth accepted. Truth will out, and so will you. Those were very easy, Treguard. I thought for a moment we were back on level 1.
Is that right, Majida?
Walk forwards, Tom.
Where am I?
You're in a grey room with a big wall that stretches right across the path in front of you.
It's got Jericho 6 written at the top.
There's one of those energy trees to your left, so sidestep that way a bit.
Put your hand out.
The horn you carry was Joshua's. The wall was brought here from another time, another place. Take action now, team, or that sprig of energy will have been entirely wasted.
Shall I blow the horn?
Yes.
Okay, the wall's disappeared, and there's a table on the other side. The same symbol we saw before is kind of floating there. That letter M with a few extra bits.
It'll summon Merlin again.
Walk forwards, Tom. Keep going. Can you see the table?
Yeah.
Put your hands on the top of it.
That's not Merlin.
Oh no!
So, here we are at last. There is no escape for you now, Tom. Yes, it is Mogdred in person.
Ha! What a rotten trick.
It really is amusing to look upon the pitiful strugglings of ordinary mortals. Your pathetic attempts to conquer the dungeon have entertained me greatly, Tom. But now your progress is at an end. This is where you were always destined to meet your death. Prepare to receive the doom of Mogdred!
I think we need to attack him!
We've only got the spell to do it with.
Let's try it.
Spellcasting. O-P-P-O-S-I-T-E.
Aha, Tom! Well done. See, I told you we'd meet again, didn't I?
Oh, there's Merlin.
How did that happen?
I get it. He turned into his opposite. That's what all that alter ego stuff was about.
Congratulations, all of you. You have mastered the dungeon and justly earned the silver spurs of squiredom. Spellcasting. U-N-I-T-E.
Oh, we win, even though there is no quest object.
This team has achieved the main object of any quest, so of course they've won. Tom, Andy, Jill, and Mary, you have remained true to the Knightmare challenge and never faltered. I hope you'll always count your victory here high among your achievements. And of course, no achievement should go unrewarded. While your true reward is indeed the success of your quest, it's nice to have a shiny memento to show off with, isn't it? So, Tom, this one is for you.
Thanks.
Andy, here's yours.
Great, thanks.
Jill, here's a little something for you.
Thanks very much.
And finally, Mary.
Wow, thanks!
These may be mere baubles, but they represent something much greater. What you have achieved is worth far more than any treasure.
Well done, guys. I'm so pleased I decided to come and watch, and maybe assist a little, I don't know.
What else is a little assistant for? And now, champions, it's time for you to return home. Spellcasting. H-E-R-O-E-S. Well, Merlin, despite what you said last time, that was only 4 years, not 10. Nobody's perfect, Treguard. Besides, how could I anticipate that I was going to feel
a little bit evil?
Merlin, please don't do that. It's most disconcerting. Sorry, nervous Nelly.
I'm glad it was not so long. It was fun to experience another quest, even if it was just one more.
What about you, not so passive ones? I hope you enjoyed it as well. I must confess that I misspoke last time. The Knightmare can never be over, of course, as long as you don't want it to be. So, I hope you'll carry it in your hearts forever, just as I shall. Farewell, then, or perhaps we'll meet again, if you follow the path to Knightmare.